Well, today what I'm going to be doing is my review on the Let's Resin electric sanding and polishing machine. I know there's lots of reviews out there and they're probably all brilliant reviews as well. I haven't released my review yet, as my members will tell you. I've been talking about this on my members site for a while now because I wanted to give it a really thorough testing before I even went ahead and did a review, or whether I was even going to give it a review. Now, to be completely open and transparent, I was sent this free of charge by Let's Resin, but it is not a paid sponsorship and I'm not under any obligation to give it a good or a positive review, but I wanted to be completely honest with you to start with. Now, I was quite surprised how weighty that is and how real good quality it feels. I thought it was going to be a bit gimmicky, plasticky, like some of the cheap grinders that you can get, but actually I think it is a really weighty product and it is very well made. You can use it either in here with a larger disc like this, which is a really good quality grinding disc, and that just pushes on there like that. You then can put the little flatbed on there. Obviously you want it to go close to it but not onto it, like that, and you also get a guard that will go on there as well, which just needs to be pushed down. Now, if you're going to use this grinding wheel or the polishing wheel, then you really do want to have that guard on there like that, and you want to be using it, can you hear the suction? You really want to be using it from this side, not from this side, not from the front. So you would be grinding it like that, and that's for really where you want to have things like spheres, or you want to grind down something that is quite large and needs a lot of grinding. Now, I'm not going to be using that wheel today, and it's got a lot of power in it as well. In fact, I will quickly show you how quickly that will take something off. Always use a dust mask whenever you're grinding or anything like this. So look how quick that has taken that out of there, and you can go round and make all your rough edges or areas that you want ground down. And look how quickly you can go round and grind those really rough edges down and make them nice and smooth. And then you can polish that up as well if you want using this. Now, my advice is as well, less is more. Don't try and do this with it. I'll show you now. And push really hard, because firstly, what you're going to do is probably take too much out of it. And secondly, you're going to overheat this, and that's the same with any tool. Less is more is always the way to go. So a little bit of pressure, just pop the item up to the actual tool and let the machine do the work. See, look how much there is. A lot of dust, and there will be a lot of dust come off any tool that you're using like this. Let's give that a wipe over, get rid of all that dust, and there we've got a lovely piece that you could either dome now or you could polish up, and it give you a great effect. But the great thing is as well, you can use this as a little orbital sander, and you get these little connectors with it. That's where I've already been doing it. So you just put that on, and then you choose the right discs for it. Now, I want to show you how easy it is. Let's say if that was really bad or it had a bit of mark on it and I wanted to go over that, then I could do that and go throughout the grits. Now, this hasn't got lots of ridges on it, so it doesn't need to start with a high grit, and you do get a lot of grits with this. So I would start this probably on a 180, certainly not a P60. I think I would start that on a 320 to start with. Here, all you do, and you need to use the sponge pad with this, really important, is you pop that on like that. And now we're going to get a bit of water as well, because these things always work better with water. So what water will do is it will stop it overheating, the actual resin piece, and also help it to prevent getting those like stringers and things. Now, don't use the larger sandpaper disc when you're using it by hand, because you want to make sure that you've got full control of this. You can have it on either setting. So 1, 2 or 3. Okay, I'm going to go for 2 and see how that goes. And again, don't push too hard, just go over it and go around it in an even manner using some circles. And it's quite easy to control. I think that was fast enough, and you can see now that's taken the shine right off that. Let's just clean that up. Always clean it up in between as well, just in case some little bits of sandpaper have fallen off, and then you've got a large grit there that you don't want when you go up to your next size, and that could cause scratches to keep appearing. So look at that, that has dulled that off really dull now. You can see all the way around, and we wouldn't want to sell that, would we? What I'm going to do now is just change that one. So that was a 320. I'm going to go up to the next size, and these aren't a one-time use. You can use them over and over again. So I'm now going to go up to a 600 grit, and that should help start to smooth that out a little bit. And first of all, bit of water, and then I'm going to go around it again. So now that's gone over several times on that, I'm going to just give it a bit of a clean again. And again, you can see that it's starting to smooth off, but it's still not shiny. The next one I'm going to be using is the 1000. So that's the 1000 done. Now, as you can see, that's still not shiny, but it is lovely and smooth. You can feel the difference there. So I'm going to take that 1000 off, and now I'm going to go up to 1500. And it's important to work up your grits, because each time when you're working up your grits, you're actually getting rid of the previous size scratches. And it actually will make the work a lot quicker for you. And I've only got this on number 2. I haven't got it on number 3, which is the most powerful one. I don't think I need to for this. If it was a larger item, then I probably would. I don't need to for this. I've got plenty of control over it. And now you can see that's starting to get a little bit clearer, and it is lovely. Oh, it's so smooth. So now I'm going to go up to a 2000 grit. Again, I'm doing it very lightly. I'm not pushing down, because if you push down too hard, you lose control of it for a start. And you don't need to do that. You do only need to have a really light touch with it. Let the actual machine and the sandpaper do the work. Now that's already starting to bring that shine back. And it feels so smooth. It's lovely. So from the 2000, I'm now going to go right up to the 5000. I wish they did a 10,000 as well, but they don't at the moment. They may bring it out. I don't know. So that's the 5000. Now, it's not going to be really shiny at this stage. It's still going to have a bit of dullness to it, and you'll see that in a second. It's much shinier than it was, but I would still want that to be shinier than that. And that is what the polishing wheel is for. So we're going to use the polishing wheel. And this thing has got suckers underneath it, so you can push those down onto something clean, and it will sit in place. Now, if you're using this polishing wheel, really you do need to use some polish with it. Now, you can use all sorts of polish, but make sure it's a really good quality fine polish. I use car polish a lot. I also use this plastic polish here that I've got here, and I will link this in the description below. And I find this plastic polish is great. Makes such a big difference. Now, put some on your wheel. Now, if you put your wheel on like this, with that polish on it like that already, then what that's going to do is that's just going to flick off. So I like to rub mine into the wheel first. I'm going to probably order myself a couple more of these wheels, because I like to use different polishing compound on it, but I don't want to have to clean the wheel or try and clean the wheel in any way when I do that. Now, I'm not going to give you all the full breakdown and all the specifications. There's plenty of videos out there that are already doing it. Also, all that can be found in the guide that's in there. That's really easy and straightforward to read and follow. So I'm going to turn that on. That's it beforehand. And now I'm going to give that a polish. Now, remember what I said. Let the polishing wheel do the work. You don't need to push too hard on this. Now, if you're pushing too hard and your machine's moving, just steady it like this with your hand. So there we go, that's done. And look how beautiful and shiny that is. And that is probably, if I hadn't been talking and doing other bits and pieces, I could have probably done that, and it feels so luxurious. I could have probably done that in 4 or 5 minutes and got it to that. So I've got a whole box full of stuff that have got scratches in it, or that didn't come out shiny enough, or I needed to trim up. And now I'm going to be able to do that and get on with it and sell it. So do I think this is worth its money? Well, yes, I do. I have a large orbital sander, which is the same as this is. When you take that off and put that on, and there's a massive difference in the size. This also cost me, I think, 50 to 60 pounds. But that's only one tool. I also have a polisher, which I can attach to my drill, or I can attach to my grinder, because I have a large grinder as well for sharpening tools and things. And these aren't expensive at all. I think they're about £10 for two. My grinder was a lot more expensive than that. And this can be a polishing wheel and a grinder. I also have a flatbed sander that I use for big projects, and this can also be used for larger things on here as well, by attaching that like that and then using some of the sand discs. Now these discs are going to last you a nice long time. They honestly are. They're very good quality, I think, and they are definitely going to last you a nice long time. When they get like that, you can always give them a bit of a wash and clean them up again and let them dry. So don't chuck them out after one use, because you'll get lots and lots of uses out of them. So in total, I think this isn't a cheap machine. Certainly not. 100 or so bucks, dollars and pounds. But what it is a 4-in-1 machine, and it's built much better. This bit here is really quite meaty, and it's great for the sorts of things that we do as crafters. I've already used this in my crafting room for sanding some bowls that I've made, and also it is great for polishing. Look at that shine. So am I happy to recommend this? I absolutely am. I'm really pleased I've got it. I'm thankful that they sent it to me for free. Thank you very much, Let's Resin. Now you can use it with a cord, so you can use it powered, or you can use it charged like this. But like I say, if you get one, just follow the instructions that are here and you're going to be well away. I just wanted to show you that it does do what it says on the tin, and it really does give you that great polish like that. And if all you want to do is grind down the backs of your jewelry and get them nice and flat, it'll do that. It'll polish up coasters, it'll give you a nice sphere if you've got a join in anywhere, or you've got other things that need sorting out. You can also use it with your eco resins. I've used it for wood and different pieces, but it's so much more convenient having it on this scale, on this size. I hope you found that useful. Check out some of the other reviews that have gone on. They've done more unboxing videos and a lot more of the technical stuff. I don't do that. That isn't something that interests me. I just want to know if it works and does what it says it's going to do. If I've got a discount code for it, I'll leave that in the bottom of the description. Boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most of all, enjoy your resin and your polishing. Take care. Bye.